sir.
Yeah, please come forward. So we have one technical session presentation. No, they have any idea.
Sir,
Paper ID, nothing is there. What is the title?
title. Sir, this is seminar.
No, no, that should be paper title.
You just
Crop prediction, right?
Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Now let us start our session. I request all our participants to come please forward. Hello, can you come, all of us? Please come forward. I know after lunch I would like to sleep. Yeah, please come forward. Now we have a presentation, crop prediction based on soil pH and weather conditions by our team members. The time given to them is around 10 minutes, and we hope that they will be able to finish within 10 minutes. And we'll give around 2 minutes for discussion. Okay? So here you start your time, please.
A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries and everybody present here. My name is Yashika, Srinidhi, Anushka, and Santosh Rupa. We all are from Bhavan Vivekananda College, Hyderabad, and we are here to present our research paper on crop prediction based on soil pH and weather conditions.
Just call him. So link up PPT. PPT.
next. First one, Ima.
Is it okay?
So to start with, let us first see how farmers used to work in agriculture before the intervention of AI. So in the past, farmers used to deeply rely on personal experience and traditional farming knowledge, and farmers also do not
Okay, you leave it that one. Just whatever you in your mind you tell us. So whatever that one.
Is it okay?
Leave.
You will not go through the PPT. No? Whatever you know regarding that only that you can just go with it.
So before, farmers did not have an idea on
Please refer to PPT. No?
Don't nervous.
Be cool.
Be cool.
Take water and take. Don't nervous. PPT. Let us look at your PPT.
Otherwise, do.
Take water around.
Hello. So here we can see that this is the scenario
what farmers faced before the intervention of AI. So farmers mostly relied on their personal experience, and farmers used to take advice on other farmers on how to grow their crop, etc. And they didn't even have advanced tools at the time. So they because of that, their land was not that efficient for them, and they couldn't make higher yields as of now. And after AI intervention, we can see that using IoT and other real-time sensors and AI, we can see there is more higher yields, and using soil, they can test on soil nutrients and weather conditions, and due to this data given for them, they can predict or how much yield they can get at that time.
Next slide.
So the main aim of our project is to predict the best crop using ML, which will help farmers to know what best crop will be for their land based on conditions like soil pH, weather conditions, and historical crop performance data. Our our research also aims to achieve accurate crop yield prediction, optimization of resources, which means to save more amount of resources, risk management, and climate adaptation to adapt the crop prediction to plan according to the climate, and which will increase productivity and profitability, and also helps the farmers to take more informed decisions and data-driven decisions to make their crop yield more timely. To explain the problem in brief, uh, farmers before used to cultivate the same crop in the land again and again, which used to degrade the soil quality of their land. Also, farmers did not know what type of fertilizers will be best suitable for their soil. So, which also resulted in the degradation of the soil quality. Uh, we have created a system, machine learning system, which helps the farmers to take more informed and decision, which helps them to take more informed decision for crop prediction based on soil health, which includes nutrient content, moisture level, pH level, weather conditions, and historical crop performance, which includes past yields, pest yields that they were used before, infections, fertilizers that were used before.
So coming, so coming to dataset explanation, the dataset consists of 2,200 columns and 2,200 rows and 8 columns. So to predict our model, we used two variables, x and y. Here x represents independent variable and y represents dependent variable. So the features of x include NPK ratios, which is nothing but nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and pH of the soil, rainfall, humidity, and the temperature. Whereas y represents level of the crop. As mentioned in the before, as mentioned in the before slide, y represents level of the crop, nothing but ice, and x takes the values of NPK, temperature, humidity, and pH. So software we use to predict our model are Python, which is the main programming language, Jupyter notebooks for data visualization, and we also use libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Joblin, and Small. Pandas and NumPy are used for data manipulation and complex calculation, whereas Matplotlib and Seaborn are used for graphical and statistical representation of data. And Smart is used to arrange the imbalanced data sets.
So in this, we have used three models for testing this crop prediction. First model, as you can see there, as logistic regression. It is nothing but a model which splits the data linearly and based on its features. So the next model we go to is decision tree. Decision tree is nothing but is a classification model which predicts, which classifies based on the key features on that data set, whatever you have given. Next one is random forest. Random forest is nothing but a group cluster of decision trees, and it is best known for its accuracy. So here you can see that there is a comparison for all these three models. First one, it is very simple, but yet it is very complex for complex data. That is logistic regression. And decision tree, it is better than logistic regression, but now it takes biased values. It doesn't take equal amount of the features it is given. We will see that in the next slide. And then random forest is used for most accuracy. So why I am saying the most accuracy is in random forest, you can see it in the display right there. There is logistic regression for 0.87 percentage and decision tree for 88 percentage and random forest for 99 percentage. So it is best accurate prediction on that model.
We have also included a graph in our presentation so that for better understanding. This is the confusion matrix heat map for logistic regression. Here we can see the x-axis represents the predicted label which the machine predicted, and the true label, the y-axis represents the true labels. As you can see here, the diagonal cells represents the correct prediction done by the machine, and the off diagonal cells represents the errors, misclassifications. As you can see here, the color intensity shows that the frequency of prediction. Here you can see that the darker color is depicts that the color is doing higher predictions, and the standard numbers, as you can see here, is the misclassifications done by the machine. Here, both beans and mug beans are predicted as black beans, which are wrong predictions done by the machine. And apple, banana, and all the other factors that are predicted correctly, which are 23 times, 21 times, 30 times, are correct predictions. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is the confusion matrix for decision tree. In comparing to the previous one, logistic regression, we have here all the elements in the diagonal cells, which means that it's higher accuracy than the previous one, which was logistic regression. Next slide, please.
As I told that decision tree is more biased on its predictions, you can see in the bar diagram given above. The label encoded, which is nothing but what crop should be predicted, is more. It takes more preferences, and as you can see there, pH and temperature is less preferred for prediction. So for solving this problem, we can use smart algorithm, which is nothing but synthetic minority oversampling technique. What this algorithm does is it creates a synthetic copies of the minority classes, and then it trains the model to take these minority classes into consideration and to balance the data set it is given for it. So we have also taken a runtime input, user input values, So in the random forest algorithm, in the left side, you can see that we have taken a referred values given by the dataset itself. As you can see, down is the kidney beans, which is inside the dataset, and these are the user input values. The user should input NPK ratio, temperature, humidity, pH, rainfall, and it will predict the accurate crop it needs for that input given. So as you can see here, there is kidney beans and the referred data set is also needed kidney beans. And in the right side, we have also tested if there is a random values given, what does the model do? So we have taken some random, as you can see, random values. So what the model did was it checked the random values where it is more accurate with the data set. It has given the prediction about that this app.
Okay, we have one more minute right now. Can you go to the conclusion part? Yeah, please go ahead.
So our model, our prediction is very useful and very important for the youth, and it is also crucial to promote awareness and educate, also support the farmers for better agricultural practices. So we also conducted a Google survey. So these are the two questions which we felt most important. And coming to the first one, personal experience is the source where farmers rely on the most, according to the students. And soil nutrient management, climate adaptation, and crop health monitoring are the three areas that require more research, according to the survey.
To sum it up, our model helps farmers to take more planned decision making for their land based on soil pH, as mentioned before, soil pH, weather condition, and past historical based data, which helps to increase the productivity, profitability for the farmers, and also helps to maintain the soil health. So in the future, as our before presentation happened about remote sensing, we can also use satellite data and drone-driven data collectors, sensors to more accurately give the data for the models, and we can use also augmented reality and make mobile apps for the farmers to see how much the health is needed for the crop and how better they can yield, uh, better yields they can yield. Thank you.
Okay, so let us clap now. With the resolution. Anyone have any questions to ask? So let us ask him there.
You go to that slide where you have given some random values which predicted apples.
Yes.
You go to that slide. That's it. Yeah. Now, have you tested? Whenever you do such a type of project, have you really gone for such a fields or brought the data from the fields where actually successfully the crop is grown? And what are their parameters? And what are the values? And have you tested your model with the real-time success?
Now, as you can see there, sir, this is the actually we got from a research website where they actually tested the crop yield which was given, sir. So they said that this given data in the website is accurately giving that amount of predicted crop, which is obviously TPPs. So it predicted accurately based on that data.
That is our first value. I'm asking the second value. When you test for random values, it has given that you should have gone for apple crop which successfully is bullied, and from there the parameters has to match or at least the proportionality.
Not the values, the proportionalities. See, you cannot have random proportions for a crop to grow.
Yes.
So the main reason why we put random values here was to check if our model is working properly or not. And why it has predicted apple is because it has predicted based on the range. In our data, we have a data set based on the range of those values. It is matching with those values. Based on that, it is predicting apples. That is only to check if our model is working properly or not. The real time, as we said, real time data what the data set what we have taken is all based on real-time data what we have currently received. So this is only to check if our model is working properly. If we put random.
Probably you will improve more.
Yes, sir.
First of all, congratulations. I have three questions. First question is what is your target level? What is why?
Label of the crop. Label of the crop.
How many levels are there? How many categories of data is there?
Sir, in our data set there are 2,200 rows
And 8 columns.
Instances. Instances. The last one there is a category here. Class level is there, right? How many unit classes are there? How many unit classes are there? Crop types.
Sir, as you can see in this, here you can see there are 44 types of crops.
Okay, that's okay. Now, why do we choose elastic regression?
The logistic regression because that was the first model we thought they taught us. So we wanted to try if a classification problem can be solved through this regression model.
So
But it wasn't
you are
accurate.
implementing multi-annual logistic regression. The second thing you conclude that random forest is the better accuracy. Most of the literature, random forest is ensemble classifier. Random forest and alabos. Definitely, they are giving always better accuracy than decision tree. And one more we are using while you are discussing, while you are visiting, there is one word called bias. Okay, random forest for low bias by default. Low bias, high bias. Because of the variance, we have used random forest. Okay, and one more thing, what are suggested that whenever you are using data from anywhere, you should cite, you should clearly mention from which you take the data. And the same thing, in relation to that, there is hyperparameter tooling is there. Okay, so once you have a trained data, what are the best values for Apple or for another like 11? Okay, there is a two types of sets are there, grid set or random set. We can use for that. We can find the better values for the parameters. Okay, good luck, and you can improve your problem.
we would,
Thank you.
So we'll take all your points into consideration. Thank you so much, sir.
This is Indian data or foreign data? They're from their agricultural university. Whose website is this?
So we took from Google Scholars.
No, these scholars are the articles are there. In the article, they will mention from which they got this some data sets resource. Okay, for example, you see in presentation some data set. Somebody they are representing their own data set. Data.gov.in. Okay, right.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now we have the next presentation by A. Shravani and Yogi on predicting residual building annually.
What is the serial number?
74.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible? Okay. Good afternoon to everyone present over here. Today I am Yogi Rajesh and my teammate Shravani are here to present you on the research paper topic preventing residences using machine learning.
You don't have PPT?
You don't have PPT.
We mailed it to the email they have gave us.
Where it is?
Today only we did. Mail, check in the mail.
Mail.
We mailed the college mail.
Which one?
Shravani, sir.
Raman. Type there. Type here your name. Okay. This one. Which one?
Down, sir. Other one more. Down, one more.
Which one?
Uh,
This one.
yeah, yes.
Now let's go into the topic and understand each instance. What is decisionism? What are the challenges in current
Hello,
system?
kindly pay attention.
What are the challenges in current system and what are the resource objectives? Let me pose the question. How many of you know what is decisionism? Yes. Anyone? What is decisionism? Okay. Let's understand it from a simple example. Imagine a person who has committed a crime. He's in the jail. After a few years, he's out of the jail. But he has committed a crime again. This pattern where a person is committing a crime again and again is known as recidivism. Let's understand another thing. Why a person is committing a crime again and again? What may be the reason behind that? Anyone? Reasons why criminal commit a crime again and again? I expect some answers. Anyone? Please don't be scared. Just think you have done my homework and came here. You have not done your homework. Just give me some answers.
Yes.
Yeah?
Habituated, easy to do the.
Yeah. Can be mindset problem, psychological problem, unemployment, illiteracy. So what the government should do for that? They should take some actions. Suppose an unemployed person has committed a crime because he needs some financial support. He has sent to the jail. He has come out of jail after a few years. What is the use? First of all, that person is not having an employment. Now again, he is a criminal. Which company will give him job now? Here, the government should take an initiative and try to give them some support so that the recidivism rate fall down. See, understanding the root cause is very important to bring the recidivism down because we have to think from the point of view of criminals here. What they exactly need? Why they are doing that? Then only the crime rates can be come down. So now, is there any traditional system? When it came to traditional system, when we are saying the criminals are released from jail, then only they are committing crime again. On what basis they are coming out of jail, right? Now, traditional system use data sets, criminal records, basically what we call. They consist of static data. Static data in the sense they do not change. It can be gender, how many prior convictions, and etc. But they do not consider the dynamic factors. What about behavior? A person's behavior can change again and again. It depends. If suppose we are taking an example of an unemployed person, if the person gets employed, why he could commit a crime again? Right? So we need to consider dynamic factors as well to understand how our model can perform better. Here comes our model. Our model aims to predict if a person will commit a crime or not on the basis of subjective. It is objective based on dynamic data, which considers behavioral data, psychological factors, anxiety cues, mindset, etc. Even education, employment. Along with that, it considers even the static factors. We don't ignore that. We even take care of them. We are use the dynamic factors for to identify if the person will commit a crime again or not. So, coming to our data set is synthetic data set, meaning generated by ChatGPT. Why? Because We have tried accessing many data sets, but couldn't as a student. That you the student, we could not get access to many data sets. And the data sets which we got, same, have static variables, do not consider dynamic ones. The reason we had to generate a data set using challenge. We got the data set from Canvas. We used that for setting few columns or few factors. We have used that and also added few columns like behavior, uh, psychological state of the criminal. We have used it, and our target variable is recidivism.
This one. This one.
Can you
Here,
go down? The same slide. Same slide. Yeah.
This one.
The same slide. Can you just
Okay.
slide? Yeah. I'm sorry.
PDF no.
So our target variable is recidivism. It's a
PDF,
problem. But our target variable is recidivism, which will say as if the person will commit a crime again or not. So it will become the target variable, which is dependent. It will depend on these factors now. It can be anger issues, it can be anything. And we have 13 such columns and 1,500 rows with each individual with individual data set, 1,500. Now, data reprocessing is basically a process where raw data is converted into a format that it can be used for data analysis, data modeling. This step is very important to ensure our model is accurate and it predicts the outcome accurate. So these are some methods like missing values. One of them including it basically used to convert non-numerical data into a numerical format. Because most of the machine learning models understand numerical data in better way. That's the reason we had to do that. And coming to this one, it's basically a method useful um, uh, is to ensure that the class does not have any imbalances. For example, if we take our data set had a problem that the non-reoffenders were more than reoffenders, which was a major problem, which can create a bias because many machine learning models support majority classes. What is what that method? It helps us to reduce the imbalances. So we have used 5 machine learning models to do so. I'm just give a brief about it. SPMP will clearly define a line where it will divide them into high risk and low risk and health and prediction. KNN, it depends on past patterns. Like if you say if the past patterns say the person with more prior conditions and less employment level is tend to come the time again and again, then KNN use that pattern to identify further. Next, logistic regression. It's a simple model. It's a math-based model as previous said, but logistically cannot be used for.
Hello, you have 2 more minutes to finish.
Okay.
So now that we have introduced what models we have selected, let's look at how their performance was. And here is the report. It's the classification report where it shows the accuracy of the each models. And as we observe that here, random forest had the highest accuracy with a 60%. But we are not considering accuracy. And why you ask me? Because even if a model is having a higher accuracy, but it may still miss 100% of the people who have actually reoffended. And this is why the case is because in the accuracy, it is not considering. So random forest it actually performed at 60%, and its effort score and recall was bad. And why you ask me? Because effort and recall is important in our model because effort tells us like what can you zoom a bit?
Zoom.
As you can see, even though we even highlighted the model which had the highest accuracy, which was random forest with 60%. But precision, recall, and effort score is what we are considering because in recidivism, accuracy doesn't mean that it is going to identify all the individuals with higher risk. Because balance is required because mostly the models are considering the majority classes, it is ignoring the minority. So we had to consider these constraints as well. So in this, random forest did not give us that score. That's why when we compared SPM and KNN had the best performance in the F1 and recall. So these are the baseline metrics when we got the classification report. This is what we got. But even in this, we can see that KNN performed better with the more highest recall and F1 score. F1 performed, KNN has performed better with more recall and F1 score. And the major drawback to why I say we didn't select KNN even after it got highest recall and F1 score was its precision score was low, and this precision is about actually the precision for KNN it mostly.
Hello, yeah, thank you so much. Any other questions, please?
Not yet finished.
Go fast.
Sorry, sir, but
That's okay.
more than clearing
One more minute,
the.
no problem. I thought you were done.
Slides.
So in the KNN, the precision score was low, and the precision why we are considering this because it is flagging most of the people as false, even though if the person is not like he is reoffended, but he is telling that okay he did not reoffend, which is very wrong. So we wanted to handle with that. So we went for threshold tuning, where we optimized the threshold to increase the effort score. And in this, we clearly see that SPM has performed better. And through this, even though the threshold here, we can clearly see SPM has performed better. When we further went to the evaluated the models and all, we faced a problem where the class balance was off. So even after doing this threshold training, the models class balances did not work well. It was off. So then we went to another method, which was Newton's J optimization.
No, carry on.
Which was Newton's J optimization. In this, it gave us a extra feature, extra metric, which we can consider as specificity. In this specificity, what it is doing is it is reducing the false. Mostly it has. I said before that it has flagged the false most, right? So here the specificity, it is ensuring that the false wrongly flagged ones are reduced. And here is what the F1 based optimization that we did and the Newton's J method. Clearly we can see the difference that Newton's J has performed better. So we went with that. Method. Yeah. And in this fairness evaluation, why we did is we are dealing with a very sensitive topic, which is recidivism, which is reoffense of a crime. So fairness is important. If you wrongly tell that you are going to reoffend, but the person has didn't reoffend, you are wrongly accusing that person. So what this fairness evaluation is doing is it is gender bias has been removed in this, where it is treating both the genders equally without showing any false values. Yeah. And the wristband analysis here, because it is important to know who is at high risk and recidivism we identify the high risk individuals first, it will be helpful because like we can provide some rehabilitation trainings to them and improve their psychological behavior as well, and their mindset might change at that point and they will commit the crimes more or less. So here, based on the probability, probability values of the reoffenders, it has been divided into three classes: low risk, medium risk, and the high risk. Where the low risk is under 0.32, and if the person is under low risk, only it is safe that he can be released, but regular check-ins are recommended. But if he is in a medium risk, he cannot be released yet. But we can still give him counseling and monitor the monitor as required. And if the person has been identified as a high risk individual, then intensive rehabilitation is needed for that individual. These are the findings and visualizations where the confusion matrix shows the correlation between our target variable, which is recidivism, to each of the columns, and darker the color, darker, stronger the relationship. And here, this is the confusion matrix. As I have said before, we choose two optimization techniques, and as before and after, where after reduce the true positives increase and it reduce false values. This is the ROC curve where the risk band of low, high, and medium risk have been plotted, and here the green line shows the high risk individuals, and this one, the green one shows the high risk individuals, and they were identified through the high risk individuals were correctly identified with correct boundaries.
Then now,
Last. Okay, I will just conclude it. So I would like to conclude with the statement that so far, we have evaluated how ML can be used, how ML can be used to make fairer parallel decisions and rehabilitation programs. But let's take a step back and imagine a future where the justice system isn't just reactive but proactively taking measures to prevent the crimes using ML. And how does doing like ML can be used for solving real world problems? And the question here isn't just about how we can use ML, but how we can use it to shape our future. And the possibilities are
You are using ChatGPT to generate data, right?
yes.
So when you are using ChatGPT API or Gemini API, you directly prompt it to without any class evaluation.
No, sir. Actually, we said right, like psychological behavior we didn't form. The data set is what we formed from Canvas. So, like, we didn't have the psychological behavior. What we did was we gave the same data set, like the columns and all.
In the same column, you are giving some instances, similarly you are generating,
Yeah.
so you are generating some synthetic.
Yeah.
Okay. So, smart, SOLP, smart is one of the techniques for class to reduce the class income. So, it is very old. So, we can also identify the other techniques to avoid the class imbalance problem. For example, understand this one are old. Here you also using smart. Okay, smart. That was the old technique for class imbalance problem. Okay, under sample, water sample also old techniques. Recently, cost-based learning technique is there. And when you are doing this, when you find class imbalance problem, you also find this what are the new methods to solve the class imbalance problem. Okay, and the second thing is for generating using ChatGPT API, you also use. First of all, I appreciate from this. Okay, first of all, I appreciate your work. And the second thing is there are generator models are there. Like ChatGPT, like if you try your model like BART is one model, T5 is one model. Okay. BART is one model, T5 is one model. Generated models are there. Using generated models also we can generate the data set. Okay? Right.
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much. Now we have next presenter, the identity AI-based crop monitoring and disease prevention. Right? This is
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikita, and my topic is AI-based crop health monitoring and disease detection. And it's a comparative study based on only South India. So, it's the next.
Paper idea. Paper idea.
Yes.
The book is there. Serial.
First page,
one four. Four.
fourth serial number, page number 2.
Serial number 4. Page.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so we all know how agriculture plays a vital role and a huge role in our Indian economy. So most of the farmers, especially in South India, mostly depend upon farming as their occupation. So, but sadly, most of the farmers are having losses every year because of late detection and late disease detection in crop, and because of it, it's becoming so late, and till then, they are not able to save the crop. So, another thing is to save these things. Nowadays, AI is coming in front, which is already a feature in many countries like Netherlands and USA, and our India is also being a part of it. Is trying to include it in our country. So next. So before going to the solution that is AI, first we know what are the problems that we are facing in traditional farming. So in traditional farming, first of all, we have no quick info. So farmers don't get any real-time info like the weather changes or any crop disease infections. And due to that, they are not able to solve that problem. And the second one is checking crops by app. And this is regarding the manual eye checking. So in traditional farming, farmers use manual eye checking, which is not accurate and reliable, which causes late solution. Not using technology. So we all know how areas depend on handy things, and they don't use devices or technology in their farm. So because of this high related technology, they are not able to solve their problems. Crops get damaged. Crops get damaged. So due to the late specification of the crop, the disease in the crop, they are having severe losses in every year. Too much hard work. So too much hard work is because of more labor. So more labor and no technology. So no technology means we have to work out more. So price problems. So between the farmer, we have a middleman who we contact with. So there is no any particular direct contact with the farmer and institution. We have a middleman, and there is no any actual and fair prices that the farmers are getting for their hard work. So next. Okay. So here we have a difference and comparison between traditional farming versus improved farming. So as we can see, here we the blue one is traditional farming and the orange one is the improved farming. Improved farming in the sense AI based. So here they are having seed pods, sowing, irrigation, and land. All the things are becoming high and increasing their in additional cost. So using improved farming, they are having a low cost and also accuracy in their time. So it says that improved farming, that means AI-based technology, the AI-based cropping of farming is more accurate and reliable rather than traditional farming. So,
128918161.
yeah. So why do we need AI in farming? AI, as I said, AI based gives us a lot of technology, robots, devices that will help us in future detection, disease detection, as compared to the traditional farming. So even if As we can see, South Indian farmers, as we are focusing more on South India, South Indians, the farmers are more, they rely more on manual inspection rather than looking after the other things. And late or wrong disease detection makes a low yield and high losses, which means they have losses in every year. How AI can help farmers? So here, AI helps us in
silence, all of you, please. Please.
AI helps us in various ways. It uses many technology, many devices, and many drones, which helps us in various and faster methods. So first of all, for example, I gave this image. If a leaf is affected, it will scan the leaf. It will take a faster reaction and it will diagnose the leaf. And according to the result, it will give a treatment to it, and it will uh, it will uh, it will it will do the crop right. So it is a faster method which we can apply to our crops rather than making a manual thing. So, here we have different agricultural robots. So here we have divided the robots into different types: independent system and collaborative system. Independent system are those robots or devices that depend on by themselves without the need of human. Like we have various robots, for example, robot tractors, which the farmers or we can use in our farming, and they work by their own. They sow seeds, they weed, they pest everything. And collaborative systems are the one which take the help of humans. They just help them out in beside. So they also have say various types. Like if a farmer is planting the seeds or planting the plants, then the robots will help him out to pluck the fruits or vegetables. So it's a robot, it's a device that is helping out, and that we call collaborative system. Yeah, here we have more examples of the agricultural robots. We can see UAVs. UAVs are the drones that we are using in the farms. Drones are actually used in the fields or livestock farming. Like we use drones for animals in a large scale areas. We just leave the animals. Drones will help us out to let us know where the animal is actually staying and how the animal is actually acting on. Driverless tractors, as I said, they are automatic tractors which does not take any help of any human. Milking robots. Milking robots are the robots which help us in milk the cows. They only they only help the cows in milking. They only clean. They only reuse. Automated harvest robots. These are the robots which help us in harvesting. They harvest by themselves without the use of human. Others are we have various robots and devices that comes under these others. So
Come to your computer.
Can we go
yes.
directly
These are all
to?
the
So we have different types of content
Yeah.
manual based,
Can
market
you just
based.
repeat that? Just browse you.
Come to your actual work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So our methodology is study type. We use the comparative, and a research based. So AI research based study, and our focus is AI help the farmers detect crop diseases way faster than the manual method. And we have various steps that we have followed, like collection. We have studied various AI tools, and we have compared different tools. How are they working out, and where they are made? Actually, like the global Indian, and we have compared it with the South Indian states. And we compare the accuracy, we compare the reliability, and lastly we have not lastly we have various tools, Indian versus global. So first we have Pantops, which is generally developed in Germany, but most probably it is used in India. It uses smartphones and images to to recognize as we use the face recognition feature. We have various tools in this, like we have a tool in Serbia, USA, and also an Indian-based tool which is Propel, which uses satellites, IoT, and AI models to accurately scan the images. So yeah, we also had a contribution in our research paper, which was 99% accurate because we took the database which was simple and also it was clean and we used resize method. So confusion matrix as my before mates used it. So we have the bar graph. Bar graph, here we have different features that affect the crop. Here we have rainfall, which we have the highest increase in this because rainfall affects the crop mostly. So if there is less rainfall, it will affect the crop. If there is more rainfall, it will obviously affect the rainfall. Humidity. Humidity is a severe effect to the crop, but it will the farmers will manage it. And we have different nutrients like potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen. These can be neglected because instead of these, farmers can use fertilizers also. And last one,
We have 1 per year.
yes, temperature and average. For the working of the model, we need few requirements, which is image data of crops. Image data, we need a clear picture of the crop so that we can continue scanning with the crop. Label data, we need the label data so that we can correctly compare it with the different crops because we can have the same crop with same different crops with same nutrients. So the real struggle is the data scarcity. We often don't have localized data sets like the local area. We often have global related data sets more, and we don't have that much local data sets. Digital device. So the farmers don't have technology or mobile phones or smartphones which make them not connecting to the farming technically. Language barriers. So most of the apps, language barriers, most of the apps does not have the languages that they don't know. So they must have the language which they should know so that the farmers can act accordingly. Model mismatch. So all the AI tools have the global idea of what the crop is falling on. So they should have local biased data so that they can work accordingly. So our recommendation for the future is create a so we can create a local data set. We can transfer learning, like we can use the already trained data models and we can retrain them and design offline. We can make the model in such a way that it can work out in a offline mode also. Yeah, so artificial intelligence has various guides and various effects on the crop. So lastly, I would like to conclude AI should be in every farmer's pocket, not just in labs and offices.
Thank you so much. Any question from the audience? Yeah, I think our students are needed cup of tea, right? Probably every one of us is sleepy, right? Anyway, so do you have any question to ask? Ask some question. I guess to ask a question, you have to use your brain. Anyone? Then I have to ask, right? Okay, if there are no questions, let's again once more.
Sorry, sir. It's not a question, it's my suggestion. Already you are a computer science today. I didn't see any your effort in this one. except everything is copied from net or is tested through some AI tool. Where you work on this one, how you are going to identify the disease? Where the technique you can able to explain?
Sir, I also included a matrix which is shown.
No, technique. How we are going to identify if I am
Sir, again.
if I bring one leaf from my farm, on what basis you are going to tell in what kind of disease this leaf?
Sir, we train the model in such a way that we gave different types of samples to it.
That's what it is missing in your presentation.
Yeah,
Just your theoretical class you presented. You are the first time you are presenting.
yes, sir.
So that's why I am senior than you. That's why I am giving you suggestion.
Yes.
Anytime workshop means you should present your research results, not theory. Theory is for classroom. So this is the workshop means your work results should present. Okay, thank you. Your presentation means everything is good, but thing is
One suggestion, that's all. So what you should play it, what is your input and what is your output. In one slide I have seen CNN. One slide I have mentioned CNN. Okay. Deep learning. Okay. CNN you are using. So you implemented CNN.
Sir, actually we use a machine learning thing, no? So deep learning will help us to like detect the images used in the crop.
Okay. Are you using any pre-trained model or you set up any deep learning model? Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Now we have next speaker, next team, are rental applications.
Yes, sir, this one. Huh? Yes, sir, this one.
इधर ओके चले
number of
Hello.
ये ना बाबू
Paper ID number? 92 0 92
93 I think.
93, paper ID number 93. Machine learning algorithm for paper ready using your model. Hello.
So, good afternoon everyone. Myself Sir Sharma. I am from Global Institute from Indore. And on behalf of my team, I am presenting this research paper as well as the app which we are having. See, the car rental application everyone has used in the recent times like Ola, Uber. But there are many problems we face while booking a rides like unfair means and foggy process, unavailability, high prices. So there are a lot of
Silence, please.
I know. Please, we are getting the trick of all of us. Yeah, please.
so there are a lot of issues regarding the car rental applications which we have gone through while we were working on a research paper and the solutions regarding it. So in today's world, there are a lot of issues with the calendar applications, just like they are unclear pricing, inefficient booking processes, and lack of transparency while we book our rides. So we have come up with a approach regarding the solution. So the approach is we'll first develop a application which is mobile application that will be helpful for real-time bookings, easy access, seamless app-based transactions, as well as there will be a real-time vehicle. We can trace the vehicle by the help of GPS
We have
data.
a system architecture. We have an architecture.
We are working.
We are working on it.
Yes. So There will be personalized user experience with the help of ML, as well as we will be using P2P model, peer-to-peer, which will be helpful as well as while we book rides with Ola, Uber, or any type of apps like Zoom, we don't have eco-friendly bikes or cars. We will be adding this feature in our app. Like we can use the eco-friendly cars, EVs, and any other CNG bikes which don't give that much pollution regarding the traditional ones. Also, there will be transparent pricing and traceability. Like each of us have come to the state of our realization when we book a ride. So what the driver says, just cancel the ride, give me the money, and cancel the ride. I will directly drop you the location. So we will be adding this feature by which any person won't be able to cancel the ride more than a specific number of times. So this will be helpful for the users. So if we apply this in our model, we'll come up to a result that will be user friendly because the real-time availability, easy interface, and quick app-based booking will be present in the application, as well as live GPS tracking, transparent pricing, smart vehicle suggestions, as well as there will be options for driver as well as self-driven cars. So one can choose between those two. Like if someone wants to self-drive, wants self-driven cars, so you can borrow that one, and it will be interface between the one who wants to rent the car and one who wants to rent the same car for his own use. So it will be helpful in that way. These are the differences which we have gone through while we were working on a research paper.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Uh, Anyone have any question? No?
Okay, we are expecting next time any workshop. We want to see the methodology, what we are working on.
Actually, there is a final project for it, so we are currently working on it. It is not completed
All the
yet.
best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now we have a very presentation improving workforce management with smart platform. Anybody from the team number 4
सेम नंबर से
artificial
व्हाट्सएप
intelligence
किया
and
जो
use
पहले
of
वाला
mobile
नंबर
and
पे था ना
computer
उसी से
science?
व्हाट्सएप किया हाँ।
Okay.
यस सर सेम नंबर ऊपर सेकंड दिस वन यस
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, to all dignitaries and to all members present in the room. Our topic of our topic of
Paper ID. Paper ID. 85. 85. Paper ID 85.
good afternoon, everyone, to all my dignitaries and guests who present in our classroom. My name is Yogesh Nagar, and this is Tarun Nagar. We come from Agro College Institute of Technology, Indore. My topic of research paper is improving workforce management with using AI and machine learning. Mainly, our project is discussed on the workforce management.
Everybody is sleeping.
See, every college have a person, many persons which give every classroom to maintain a head count of a class in every lecture to see the attendance of every student, which is present in first lecture and someone is bunking another lecture. So this was the error. So we have make a project on the smart head count, which is see and head count through the sensors and cameras. So the workload is decreased of a person.
introduction. Talking about the introduction and the public statement. Basically, I present the education system, manual NSS system, and this method is digital and very time consuming. So we come with a solution which is more reliable and time friendly and efficient method. And the problem associated with the traditional method is basically inaccuracy of data. As many colleges have a system that if a student has to sit in the examination, they have 75% in the attendance criteria. If any student less than the 75 because of this inaccurate data, so this leads very major problem. And second problem in this traditional method is time consuming. And one is the real time data is not available. So we have made a solution for that problem. We provide a real time data and improve the time efficiency. And, that is it. So he will give the
approach of our research, approach of our program is this. We have make a deep AI based learning methods algorithms which is named as OpenSSD and CNN methods which is used for detect the objects by objects and give the head count of the persons present in the classroom. This is some of the examples which is take by the projects which is using my laptop, not by camera present in a classroom. For because we will working on the project continuously, it will not done. Detection accuracy of camera depends on the camera efficiency. If camera was not good, if efficiency of camera is not good, they will not give a accurate efficiency. It gives a data which is given by example, not by accuracy, because we don't have a camera to detect the numbers. This is the accuracy per meter for 96% and 2 meters for 90% and 3 meters, 7 feet, and it will decrease continuously and distance is increasing. Conclusion is this: when our head count is continuously, we will head count by this method. We will not give take a incorrect data of the students present in the hall. We will use this method also in the classroom, mall, office for management of the workforce. That's it. This is the reference we will use in this project.
It is a fairly nice idea, simple one. But have you considered physically challenging people body posture? Physically challenging because
The body posture is mainly depend on the classroom. If we will try to head count this class, if web page, if we create a web page when the user or coordinator of the class login through this user ID and password and they will try at any time. He will use even though he wants to head count of this class at 145. When all the students is sitting in the classroom, they can head count this and after that the student then go anywhere. We will not depend on it. Thank you, sir.
anyone have any question? Thank you so much. Now we have the last presentation. After that, I take over the session. So we have last presentation by Mr. Jalashwa Pandey on artificial intelligence and use of ML in public sector disaster management. And we are waiting the team is awake because next session is going to be really awake too. Chinese
हाँ सर ठीक है यस जी J, sir. J. J for general. J. J. K. K. P. P. P, sir. P. This one. This one, sir. This one. Yes. And use of AI. This one.
Hello. Now, I request all our participants to listen. Don't forget ready for all of us. Yeah, please start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jalajpan Pandey. I'm assistant professor in computer science from Vivekananda College. Actually, I didn't get time. This topic actually I thought to do research, and this today morning. Sir, artificial intelligence and use of ML in public safety and disaster management. That is for government person and government. So this safety is not only for face detections and all this. This we can consider for the traffic also. We know that when we cross the traffic signals, then here and got the traffic police will take the picture. So that fear is in our mind that when we cross the signal, fine will be given. So that type of fear we want to make for the people who are doing the crimes. So this is my research topic I want to do. It is actually in process. So we know that in Jammu Kashmir a lot of problems are there, either natural and man-made. So man-made is what recently we have heard about this attack of the Million. And other issues are also there, avalanches, landslides, earthquakes. So this we can implement AI and ML model to overcome all these problems. By face detection, it will read from the camera, AI camera, it will read the details of the person. And by IoT devices, we can read the weather conditions and whatever avalanches, whatever this landslides going to be happen, it can be predicted in the future. So I thought to take data source from ISRO, satellite images, weather data from IMD, seismic activity data from USGS and IoT, security data from OSIMD, social media data we can take from tweets, articles, local newspapers, and traffic and crowd movement we can take from the CCTV camera and text. GPS data. Data processing we have data cleaning and data cleaning. So if any missing data, null data values will be there, we can do the data cleaning. Future engineering, creating risk indices based on environmental and security parameters and normalization and improvement. So today's newspaper article is for this one is this thing in Jammu University. CCTV camera and AI powered facial recognition aid for swift detection of brain. So that can be detected. So this will create, this will create the fear. That fear actually we want. How we get fear in the traffic. That by the digital camera. So this camera will work. And the other is that weather forecasting, avalanches, landslides, snowfalls, this all IoT devices can be used. So hypothesis, null hypothesis, there is no significant impact of AI on improving policy. Hypothesis one, the integration of AI technologies in public safety and disaster management can improve and reduces the time, reduces the casualties in ASA water. So this is hypothesis null and so AI model. I thought to do the research using a model like random forest, XGBoost, conflict and threat detection, CNN data I want to collect. So actually this I have not done. I have to do this. And emergency responses optimization by GPU networks. Now, what is the key insights for this research? Early warning for disasters. So by implementing a good AI model, we will get early warning. So the lives can be saved. Second one, conflict monitoring. So by machine learning algorithms, conflict zones can be identified, which are more conflict, which are more risky zones that can be get more secure. Then third one is optimize emergency responses. So by implementing this AI model, the emergency responses can be optimized. It will work on 100%. So what are the current challenges? The data are restricted, model integrity issues are there, and infrastructure gaps, technical infrastructure like in remote areas. So many remote areas we are not able to collect the data. That is one problem. So I want to do visualization and analytical tools. This heat map, conflict monitoring, Power BI and TabView. TabView is like an advanced Excel. And emergency response simulations like Python language we can use for GUI. So conclusion and future work, these AI-powered models can enhance public safety and risk management. And future work is we can integrate IoT sensors. So more area we can integrate IoT sensors in hill areas and we can get it information from them. Hybrid AI models in future, more and more deep learning we can do, more and more data we can collect, and a very nice model we can prepare. And work with government agencies, so this AI model can be implemented by the government.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Okay, if there is no question.
And to implement each one, how much time you expecting? Where's the
Thank you so much. Now we have last presentation by me.
Your presentation. One more presentation is there, then you say.
Okay, well,
కూర్చారి ఇక్కడ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ అక్కడ మౌస్ చూపుతున్నావు నువ్వు
Recently, everything is going into the ocean.
ఎనేబుల్ అయ్యింది సార్ పైన ఎనేబుల్ అయ్యింది యా
Hello.
Sir, please.
A very warm welcome to everyone. Myself, Shashi Devam from BC second year, MBS Government Degree College. Here are our teammates, Anusha, Sunita, Shishant, and Krishna. As everyone can see, everyone are seeing right? Yeah. As everyone can see, our project name is automated detection of lighting by using satellite data and machine learning, a novel and effective approach for disaster management. Like it might be complicated for you, but I will simplify for you. Luckily, our department has academic collaboration with Indian National Center for Ocean Information Service. It is a national research organization under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. We underwent several field visits and visiting employees was an incredible experience. We gained a lot of knowledge. And one of the pioneer scientists, Dr. H. Srinivas, who has specialized in remote sensing, while we are interacting with him, he said that every year 26,000 people are losing their lives due to life strikes. And there is lots of societal damages. It's a tragedy. We no longer ignore. That's why we are standing here today with a project, a solution to save the lives and to save the societal damages which is caused by lightning strikes. Now let's dive into our project. For this, we need the images of clouds and information of clouds. As it is humanly not possible, we are taking the help of the satellites. Here, we are using a NOAA satellite because the NOAA satellite have a unique band called the ND band, which stands for day and night. It means which work for day and night. Now let's see. When a satellite captures the lightning due to the high intensity of the lightning, sensors cause overwhelm and create sensor blooming. Sensor blooming is a big problem. It's a big challenge because it will distort the image and it will hide the important details. Now let's see how lightning is detected. Lightning comes from cumulonimbus clouds because in cumulonimbus clouds it have a very up height and with a very low temperature of minus 40 degrees Celsius. It is the ideal condition for the light strikings. Detecting of light strikings was easy, but the challenges like sensor blooming, yes, we have a solution. To overcome this type of problems, we are using our machine learning algorithms. Our machine learning algorithms will take the data of satellite data and plot of temperature. By overlapping these both data, it will ensure that it is giving the right data.
Let's see the software environment. Here we are using a programming language named Python. In this Python, we have some libraries mainly zero, macrolith, numpy, scipy, OpenCV, pillows, etc. Let's know about that. Zero stands for geospatial data abstraction library. It is used to read and write the data, and macrolith. It is used to create the bar graphs and charts in the satellite library. And next, numpy, scipy. These two are the computations for numerical and scientific operations. OpenCV. It is used to give accurate data of satellite imagery, which is have imagery like applying effects and creating graphs, etc.
Let me continue the topic methodology. In this methodology, here we are on two steps. The first step, we are collecting the grayscale image from the satellite and we are converting them into the RGB color band. These RGB color band will provide better pixel intensity, which is captured in the form of red, blue, green color. The next step, we are applying thresholding on the RGB color band, the area where we are interested in. The pixel value of red channel is filtered within the range of 60 to 130 and the green channel is filtered within the range of 90 to 150 and the blue channel is filtered within the range of 50 to 210. After filtering all this binary image, now we will get the after filtering all this RGB value, now we will get the binary image. In this binary image, the white pixel represents the lighting and black represents the non-lighting.
The next step in our methodology is to create a data set and train the machine learning model by using satellite image data. We have data sources like satellite image data, threshold data, and cloud temperature data. With these data sources, we are overlapping the threshold data and cloud temperature data on the top of total satellite image data. From this process, we can measure the consistency data set with the pixel locations. Here, each pixel is treated as an individual data point with these three features, namely satellite image feature, threshold data feature, cloud of temperature feature. Let's go through it. Satellite image feature, it represents the temperature. It represents the lighting edge in a specific spectral band, whereas threshold data feature, it indicates whether it is a part of potential lightning or not. Cloud of temperature, it represents the temperature profile of the cloud. Here, as you can see, each pixel was labeled by using a label was that automatically identifies the lightning regions, and we are assigning a label of 1 for lightning area and label of 0 for non-lightning area. And therefore, the data set is successfully created to train the machine learning model to detect lightning regions. Now let me break down how to visualize the analysis. First, we take the scatter plots. Scatter plots, by using scatter plots, we see the relationship between satellite data, cloud of temperature data, and pressure data. And it will help us to distinguish between lighting areas as 1 and non-lighting areas as 0. Now next, we use distribution plots. Distribution plots help us to see how these three key features are spread out. And with the help of a correlation matrix, it gives the which is the best one. Now let's move on to the model training and evaluation. Model training is a process of teaching a machine learning algorithm to recognize patterns from the trained data sets. As well as model evaluation is the process of testing a machine learning algorithm on unseen model to recognize results, performance, and scalability. In our project, we use three machine learning models, and they are logistic regression, KNN, and HC2. Let's start with prompts. Logistic regression is statistical method. It predicts the probabilities and system of having lightning strikes. And KNN. KNN stands for the K-nearest neighborhood algorithm, is also a machine learning algorithm. During the prediction, this KNN algorithm refers to find out the K closest data point from the training data sets to the new data point. And XGBoost. XGBoost stands for the extreme gradient boosting. With the purpose of the XGBoost is to provide an highly accurate and efficient machine learning algorithms. And the key aspects are precision, recall, reference code, and confusion matrix. These are the primary metrics. With the help of these primary metrics, we can easily access not only the overall accuracy of the model, but also how well its performance is going through each class, particularly as the case of training detection.
In order to evaluate our model, we are using the confusion matrix. Confusion matrix will measure three kinds of matrices. They are precision, recall, reference code. For precision, true positive by true positive plus false positive. For recall, true positive by true positive plus false negative. For reference code, 2 into precision into recall by precision plus recall. After considering all this,
even having better performance when compared to this model.
Final prediction. Our pre-trained models will predict the exact location of the light strikings by these simple steps. Let me explain you simply. First, it will mark the satellite image into binary image, and it is lighting areas is indicated as 1 and non-lighting areas is indicated as 0. Now clustering. Here, all lighting pixels are made into one cluster and calculate the XY coordinates and give the pixel coordinates. A third step, geographical conversion. Here, pixel coordinates are converted into geographical coordinates. These are the real geographical coordinates. You can see on the top.
To conclude the project, in this project we developed a methodology to detect the lighting strikes from the satellite image, and here we started solving an issue like sensor doing by using custom visual function by filtering out the land masses, clouds as well as the artificial light sources. Now here we created a data set by combining threshold image, cloud top temperature and satellite image. After analyzing all this data, now we create three models. They are logistic regression, KNN, XGBoost. To enhance the performance of this model, here we are using the matrices. They are confusion matrix, F1 score, precision, recall, for minimizing the false stream. Finally, here we are using the clustering technique to identify the exact location of lightning, and we are converting them into the real world geographical coordinate. In this way, we can say that this project is a solid contribution for detecting the lightning, and this is a prevention for alarming the government for immediate action. Thank you.
Let us verify a good presentation. Any question? We should have a lot of questions. So, how many samples you work on? How many samples? How many strikings? How many different days? Like that. How many different areas?
We taken we taken 5 samples of the last. We taken 5 samples from the last month, and we are basically this project is on the ocean. For further development, we are trying to do this project on the land.
I think that is more useful.
But in simple way, I say it is very difficult to detect a lightning strike motion because ocean is a very huge body. When it comes to the land, it is easy to detect. So first we tried on the largest project, and then it will become easy because detecting on land is very easy. But detecting lightning exact location of ocean is very hard because it is a huge body.
Any question? Okay, so thank you so much.
Now you can continue.
So last and here to go you for another half an hour.
Saturday lunch. Some mistake. Sign out iPad. Signing. Sir, stage right. सामने PPT सुनिए सर, डेस्कटॉप में सर सर ఆగండి సార్ సార్ ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్ ఇదే ఉన్నాయి సార్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నా సార్ సేపు సార్ చేస్తున్నా లేదు సార్ సార్ ఇంకా మోర్చిపోయి కదా
Hello. So, good evening. Let me first thank Dr. Samashika for giving the opportunity of here for students. Now, I'm here to go you for another half an hour because I already over the due and everything should be going tangential and try to make it horizontal. Now, my topic is very simple and it is something called as a disruptive technology. A technology will disrupt the whole world. AI is a technology which disrupt the whole world. AI in agriculture has also disrupted the whole world. AI in Amazon has also disrupted the whole world. And AI as a market also has disrupted the whole world. Now, what is disruptive technology and how disruptive technology actually happens and why we talk about machine learning, deep learning, then using AI tools, machine tools in agriculture, generating new music, generating new poems and things like that. So there is a whole crux of my presentation. So let me define what is meaning by disruptive technology and how this technology has evolved over the years and how AI is only a one part of it. Machine learning is also a one part of it, and this technology has been there in 1950s too. But only thing is, that time we were not able to realize because we did not know laptops and high speed working. So, a disruptive technology is transformed industrial sector into a, for example, agriculture. Let us take an example of the agriculture. Agriculture was there for ages together. So, what is new? What is new in agriculture? Agriculture was very popular. Mexico agriculture was very popular. India also agriculture was very popular. But suddenly people have started, no, I should use AI machine learning in agriculture also. Is it needed? Okay, let us see if it is needed or not. We'll give both the answer, yes and no both. And we have to decide either we want it or not. This is exactly like I will give you the knife. You want to cut a throat or a vegetable. Fine. So we say that electrical vehicles in agriculture is one of the important things. Earlier, my farmers were able to plow the farm or field for 40, 50 years. Now, after 10 years, the yield from the crop is not there. Rains are not coming and things like that. So I need some augmented tool in order to increase my productivity. I have electrical vehicles. Then I have a transport industry. Earlier, I used to depend on the auto rickshaw. Now I don't have to depend on auto rickshaw. I have Ola, Uber, everything available. As it discussed the market of auto rickshaw. Because a auto rickshaw driver was hardly earning 50 or 100 rupees or maybe 200 rupees at the end of the day. But this guy has taken over all your money and now you are governed by somebody else. Is it not a destruction to your profession?
Once you start thinking of destruction, we cannot see any progress in the life.
Exactly. This is what we call innovation. I have to be innovative, otherwise I cannot progress. I have to be innovative. I cannot say, no, you were the best auto rickshaw driver, forget about it. If you are not able to compete with the market, you will be out of the race. Simple answer, that is part of innovation. Science, computer science is an innovation, AI is an innovation, machine learning is an innovation, IoT is an innovation. Technology not existing, but now we are capable of performing the answer. We are capable of doing a better field crop yield from the agriculture then. So innovation is necessity. So we said that a vehicle was there earlier, backward driven. Now we are going for electrical vehicle. Because suddenly carbon emission has started thinking about that. People are talking about, okay, when you see a YouTube, how much carbon emission you are doing. When you burn a plastic, how much carbon emission you are doing. And that's what I'm making a solid today. Because I'm going to use the plastic in a different way. True. So I need a electrical vehicle because my carbon emission will be zero. My productivity will be better. Noise pollution will also be zero. If you go to the highway, people are burning the horn, honking. Do you know how much noise pollution we are creating? Do you remember a movie made by a very legendary actor, Manoj Kumar, Show? 50 years ago, he anticipated the noise pollution 50 years ago, and he became demon dumb because of the noise pollution. We are going to the same way now. Because the noise pollution is so high. Okay. Anyway, so we have a transport industry and more sustainability and are we looking for a comfort zone all the time?
Don't disturb us.
So are we looking for a comfort zone all the time? Yes, I am looking. I want a comfortable living. I want a good train. I want a good service. Because I am paying for it. No, it's a reverse way. If you want a comfort, you have to pay for it. You want to have a good quality of shoe, you have to pay. You want an AC restaurant, you have to pay. So it's a cost effective manner. So we want a comfort level because the expenditure level of the people has suddenly increased. So these are some of the things, and the beauty of this technology is called as a disruptive technology which has disrupted the whole world. Disrupt does not mean that I am putting you out of the shop. Disrupt means I am making some innovation. If you are competent enough, you will be able to sustain in the market, otherwise automatically you will be out. Look at the Nokia. Earlier Nokia connecting the people. The slogan of the Nokia was connecting the people. Now where is the Nokia? Gone. People don't remember now. People don't remember even where is the Nokia now. At one time Xiaomi was there. Where is the nobody remember because they were not capable of innovating the product new way. They are out of the market. This is exactly what we call the disruptive technology. Okay, so this is what we now. Hello, I'm sorry. What is disruption? Disruption means I have a normalcy and I want to disrupt you. I have a normalcy and I want to disrupt you. People were going earlier to the airport also. People were traveling by the sea also. People were traveling by the air. Everything was there. But I want a comfort zone. I want to pay the price for it, and I want a facility to be available. So I have a pond like our Hyderabad Hussain Sagar, and I throw a stone. I disturb the natural balance of the water. This is called destruction. No, this is called disruption, not destruction, because you are not anything. It's just you pour a pebble into the water. So when you put a pebble in the water, the paper size is smaller. The destruction will be only weight will be smaller. Now you put a heavy weight, it will be heavyweight champion, AWS. Heavyweight champion, Ola. They have taken the entire market now slowly and slowly. Earlier the cars were available. Look at the car, now Melu car. At one time Melu car was very popular. Now there is no Melu car available in the entire Hyderabad. This is what we call a technology was existing, but they were not innovative and they were not able to sustain the market. They will be thrown out of the market automatically, natural death for them. Nokia story, Xerox machine story, and things like that. And that is what we call the web of war. If I'm not using my AI technology, machine technology, and this is technology, I'll be out of the job tomorrow. As simple as that. Okay. So this is what we call the disruptive technology. Okay, and you see the progression of our human mankind. Okay, so I was monkey. Monkey are able to remember everything or not? True. बंदर हमारे पूर्वज थे बराबर सही किसी ने कहा है बंदर हमारे पूर्वज थे बिल्कुल सही जैसा कि वर्शिप का हनुमान ना very great man not great man great warrior and lot of perception that lot of wisdom everything available with him na? Okay so we also started from the and now look at the way earlier we have Orkut, Facebook, Twitter, and now here everything. Do we need a Facebook? Do we need a Facebook? Has it disturbed the family structure now in India and elsewhere? Yes. Yes. You are not talking to your friend which is nearby to you in your house or in your building, but you are talking to a person which is 1,000 kilometers away. Is it good? But we are doing it. This is what we call distraction, not destruction. I'm talking, I know the person who is right next day through the newspaper only. But earlier, if you come to my village, entire village will come to know that somebody has come. That was a communication issue. Now, our communication is through the mobile, but I don't want to meet you. But I'll call you, hello, how are you? After that, but I don't want to meet you in person. That is for distraction. And technology is there, Facebook is there, everything was there, but it has disturbed the whole world and the whole society has changed now. Earlier people used to go to each other's house. Now we go on either on a wedding day or somebody is giving me a free lunch. That's all. So has it not disturbed the whole world? Yes. So this is what we call. So disruptive technology, innovations are necessary. Earlier I had my grandpa telephone, old one, Alexander Graham Bell phone. नंबर घुमाओ याद रखो आजकल तो मोबाइल नंबर भी याद नहीं रहते हमको this is our memory if I call my son to have 29.29 multiplied by 56.56 he will use Google calculator because his mind is now it has disturbed the whole it does not mean that you are not capable of but it has distracted entire because I have become more dependent on the technology and I think that technology will solve my problem but it will not solve problem, it will create more problem for you. Technology should be a supplemented, not a replacement of you. Okay, so this is what we call. So innovation is necessary. So earlier the telephone was very old. After that we have a dial, rotary dial system. After that we have another. Now I have a mobile which is a we don't have a keypad, everything is equal to a bar. Fantastic, it's an innovative idea. Please remember, there is a difference between innovation and invention. Invention is, it was not existing earlier. First time you create, so telephone was an invention when it was not existing for communication. But now mobile is not an invention, it's an innovation. It's an innovation. You have i10, you have another laptop. It's an innovative idea. It is not an invention now. So invention is that something was not already existing and then you try to make it. That is your invention. Now we have beautiful mobile, beautiful laptop, everything very fantastic. They are called as innovative ideas. So we are living in a world where innovations are necessary. Not invention. Invention is not fundamental. It's very difficult. As sir is doing the fundamental work, not me. He is going to the ocean and trying to find out. That is fundamental. That is innovation. No, this is invention. Okay, so I have a innovation, so I get some new bulk idea. I try to modify the existing system. I write a beautiful new software, new beautiful algorithm, new machine learning algorithm, a lot of innovation ideas. So I am also solving the problem, and the joke is the Bangalore software engineer travel 2 hours to write an algorithm how to deliver the product in 2 minutes. I hope you understood the whole problem. It is traveling 2 hours to design an algorithm how to deliver your packet within 5 to 10 minutes. That is what he is doing. So, do you think this is a problem or a solution? No, I think I am giving you the right perspective of what we are then and where we are. Okay, so this is what we are. We need innovative ideas. Yes, we do need, but where it leads to, that is also important to think about. Type of innovation. Yes, I traveled by yesterday beautiful train, very good train, comfortable train, पता ही नहीं चलता है. कपड़े पे थोड़ा थोड़ा भी नहीं लगता. समय बताता ना 10 इतना हो गया है. 10 less, बढ़िया है, comfortable. You pay high money, you get more comfort. No problem because I am capable of it. But what about the other people who are not capable? Are you making the technology for 10% of the people or 90% of the people? Are you making your technology accessible for 90% of the people or 10% of the people? Definitely, that means you should have more innovative idea. Acceptability of that product should be very high and people should be ready to pay. That's what it is. So a disruptive technology has taken over. Machine learning algorithm was there in 1950s also, but it was not realizable. Now we have realization because I have at PC which can solve the problem. I can write an algorithm which is working faster. Because earlier I used to wait for 3 days to take my output of the program. Now within 3 minutes I am able to compile and run my program. This is exactly innovative ideas. So this is what. So a type of innovation are two type: healthy economy. Everybody suddenly has become health efficient. I go to gym, 10 kilo, 20 kilo, but in the house I am not able to take my gas cylinder from place A to place B. I go to gym, make a lift of 20 kilo and put a Facebook, yes, I have done a great job. But my mom asked how to get a guy, so what are you going to do? No, 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 I will not do it. This is the whole problem. This is a mindset problem. That is also weight now. This is also weight. Earlier, my mom never went to gym. They lived 90-95 years. पहले आदमी रोटी कमाने के लिए काम करता है, बाद में रोटी पचाने के लिए काम करता है. This is the whole problem. And technology is also that पहले आपको खींचेगा, बाद में आपको पकड़ेगा. That is what we call we are in the India. We are getting third-rate technology from all the other countries. Please remember this fact. We are not getting any pure technology. No, they know what Indians are. And I mean, Indian brains are beautiful brains, provided they give some, anyway, I have some slides on that also. So I have health economy society. Now let me talk about disruptive technology. Internet of Things, IoT. ट्रेन कहाँ पर है पता लग जाता है, आप कहाँ पर है पता लग जाता है, नेसेसिटी है. ट्रक ड्राइवर कौन सा रोड पे जा रहा है, नेसेसिटी है. आपका गाड़ी कहाँ खराब हो गया, नेसेसिटी है. इसे इनोवेटिव आइडियाज, कंपल्सरी नेसेसिटी फॉर ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री, very much required. Then you cannot say no, I don't require. I do require it. Okay, so I have IoT, I have autonomous vehicle now. A vehicle which is not driven by any human being. Have you seen any vehicle in our Hyderabad or university which is not driven by a human? Do we require, when I have a road condition to think about? Then we should talk about the autonomous vehicle. Our road conditions are so poor that we cannot drive our own car. Then why we are talking about a car which is autonomous vehicle? This is exactly what we call the pros and cons. Somebody is doing need not to mean that I should also repeat the same thing. Okay. So I have autonomous vehicle, but autonomous vehicles are required. Please remember, I cannot climb on the hill and 100,000 kilometers I cannot do. So I require autonomous vehicle. So pilot है ना, If pilot slip for 1 second, then it will be devastating up or down. So you have a beautiful co-pilot and you will take over the aircraft. Needed. Very much needed there, but not for the routine work. Not for the routine work. So I have autonomous system, AI, augmented reality, blockchain. Blockchain is another problem. Because even the person who has put the money doesn't know where is the money. It is there. It is there. For an answer. Blackberry. It's another problem, no? We are seeing all the computer fraud every day happening or not. True, no? So do you need that? It's better to put the money in my pocket rather than the Swiss bank. No? Blockchain is another problem or a solution. It is a solution for the corporate world because nobody should know the transaction. But it is a problem for the individual. Okay, so I have a blockchain technology, I have robotic surgery and automation needed. Robotic surgery very much required. Very much required. You know the cost of the robotic surgery now? In lakhs. The ordinary person cannot think about or get a Hyderabad, where I stayed for 20 years, all hospitals are corporate hospitals. They will look at your face and how much money you have in your pocket. What is your payment, they'll forget about it. More you show that I have this problem, more diagnostic, they'll go for it and put your money down. That's all. Which is a fact. Okay, so these are some of the issues. Okay. Disruptive technology are AI, blockchain, okay, so these are all our disruptive technology. Okay, and anyway, I have made a lot of slides, so Thursday I short it. Okay, I have a lot of disruptive technology, and now IoT is used for our farming, AI, industrial, everything available. So a lot of people have spoken about the use of IoT in agriculture. So I think all of us know. There's nothing great. I will repeat it. Okay, so these are all. Okay, so you can see the crop as soil health, water, everything you can do through AI and through our technology and things like that. That is one of the things. Okay.
सरकार ने एक एक जरा हंसले डेस्कटॉप में देखो Can you open this?
Okay, so I stop here and I just take not more than 5 to 7 minutes where I am not going to speak. That is called laughter is the best medicine. Our Indian brains are very fertile when they go outside, otherwise they are out the side. So look at some of the captions and laugh it, and that is what we call it. Laughter is the best medicine. How Indian people are more intelligent than the machine itself. It will be proven. Jugaad. Please have a look at the screen. You'll enjoy the captions. Jugaad. For everything, I have a jugaad. कोई भी ऐसा काम हिंदुस्तान में नहीं है जो हम नहीं कर सकते. Any work I can do it. That is called a jugaad. In Hyderabad also everywhere. Indian people are very good in jugaad. कैसे भी कर लेंगे हम लोग. Exactly. Okay. Now look at jugaad. Then look at the. I'm sorry, sir. I take 2 minutes more.
Talk show or selfies, sir.
CP.
Look at our Indian brains, please. And you'll see, yes, we are really, 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 really forget about it. Use this technology.
सर 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 पीछे जाइए एक बार
और पीछे
उसी का भी सर बस बस नेक्स्ट
Next slide.
First of life, Pantapanta. I am getting electrical energy, green energy, now. I have green energy. Look at the words and look at the mind I have. Na? I just be Indian people have. Typical of Chennai. Balancing, art of balancing. एक गाड़ी में 15 लोग अंदर निकले, 15 people were inside. Where rickshaw capacity was supposed to be 3 plus 1. Now art of balancing, na? Who will teach? Even Newton will become mad. If he comes to India, he will say, "What great brain you have." Look at that. True. Shower. Artificial shower, na? Yes.
This is common in Bihar.
You can see that I am very innovative. I have proved that. I am very innovative. Forget about your AI, MI, and this is that. Very good. I have a great brain. So this is our brain. Chapati. Water. Hey, see the innovation, huh? Okay, great. Look at the Hindi caption. And who is staring at? Anushka Beauty Parlor. And look by a buffalo. The buffalo wants to be beautiful. This is a Facebook joke. मोबाइल चलाओ भाई 50,000 मिलेगा जूता का जमाना गया खाना भी गया जूता छुपा लो 50,000 मोबाइल गेट अ मोबाइल डन 50,000 we are giving you cash दुनिया में तरीके के तीन जवाब है ब्यूटीफुल लैंग्वेज बिहारी और इलाहाबादी सी द वर्ड चौथा जवाब इलाहाबाद में दिया कोसे का मतलब क्या है वे मतलब तुम्हारा मतलब क्या है What do you mean? See the way the protection, I mean, the language is being. Okay. Look at the beautiful mathematics done by Einstein of India. इस बच्चे को अंगूठा चूसने की आदत थी माने पीछे से पैर का गीला पैंट पहना दिया आदत गायब so all our nappy will be out of the business so my wife my mom is better inventor na मुस्कुराते रहो हंसते रहो एक्टर की जरूरत नहीं है doctor will always be away from you because when you laugh, so many things happen inside. And you have forgotten the art of laughing also. That's why we go in the morning, hey, haso. You don't require an occasion to laugh. When you meet somebody, why don't you make a laugh and make a good smile? And itself will create a lot of good things happy, na? That we have forgotten. That altogether we have forgotten. That is the whole problem, and that's why we get a lot of. अभी ये देखिएगा भाई काम पर गए थे पति स्कूटर से गिरा था एक्सीडेंट हो गया हॉस्पिटल में हूँ ठीक है पत्नी क्या बोलती है ध्यान रखिएगा टिफिन में दाल रखी वही नहीं गिरता है टिफिन में दाल रोटी वो नहीं करना, तुम हॉस्पिटल के, that is your problem, not my problem. My problem is जो दाल बनाया था वो नहीं करना. Typical Indian, I will not say, but this is true. Look at the person who are backbencher, who become wakil, they become advocate. Teacher, in one, there were 10 mangoes, 3 were rotten, how many were remaining? Okay, chart, the student, 10. So I had 10 mango, out of 10, 3 have become rotten. Okay, so we are applying now mathematics. Don't apply mathematics. Apply your intuition and become a judge. Become a wakil, become an advocate. So answer is, जो सड़ गए थे वो भी तो हम ही तो थे. Those who were running in the way, mangoes only, sweet is same only. What a beautiful argument, na? This is what we call advocates. They know how to twist where what, and we get into trouble. Okay, so this is what Rakhi, the great actress, na Rakhi. Rakhi को बांध दिया. अरे रक्षाबंधन ना, राखी को बांध दिया. She was a beautiful actress at one time. Okay, चल. अब ये आपको हिंदी में पढ़ाना पड़ेगा. What is meaning by abuse? किसी को हिंदी में गाली देना बहुत अच्छी चीज होती है. मैं प्रूव करता हूँ आपके लिए. When I went to Chennai around 40 years ago, Chennai people don't want to speak Hindi. Please remember, not now, because of समझ में आ गया. They will hate to speak Hindi. But you put a गाली in Hindi, they will understand. देखिए गाली की भाषा देना ट्रांसलेटेड. प्रोफेसर ने हिंदी की क्लास में पूछा परिभाषा बताओ. स्टूडेंट अधिक क्रोध आने पर, when you get angry, much more angry, fine. हिंसा न करते हुए, I will not be able to beat you. Okay. Third, एक साथ all parts of the body are working together. Okay. And whatever comes out the mouth is the definition of your. That means you are getting relaxation by putting a gari to the other person. What a beautiful thing. तेरी तो, you understand, na? You don't abuse the language. In any language, you said, bloody hell, what the hell you are doing? Same thing you are doing now. Why you go for a language? Now you are doing the same job. You are doing the same word. Only the twisting of the language of the English is wrong. So कभी-कभी गाली देना बहुत अच्छा होता है because you take out your all frustration to somebody else. Do it sometime. Let somebody else do it for you, na? Then you should have a reciprocating attitude. You will be best friends. This is the best definition of a friend. Let him abuse you. You also abuse, then still be our friends. Otherwise, you become enemy. Okay. साड़ियों का रंग जाएगा तो पुराने सारे पैसे वापस. See the caption written on one of the Banarsi sari. I hope people like Banarsi sari more than the Kanjivaram and other things. Silk coated. तो there was a slogan written on साड़ियों का अगर रंग जाएगा तो पूरे पैसे वापस. That means if your color of the sari goes away or it dampens, I return the whole money to you. There is a caption written over there. Now see the meaning. यह वर्ड पढ़कर कई लोगों ने साड़ियाँ खरीद ली. Many women purchase the sari because guaranteed, women are the beautiful creature. They will feel very happy when they get something free. 1+1 sale लगा दिया. The first people will be. It's a general statement, not particular statement, please. Okay. So जरा सा पानी डाल के मैं बस ऊपर गया. So when the woman buy the sari and she did with the water, color went away. Color went away. Then the wife या lady होगा ना जबरदस्त गुस्सा आकर के जाएगी ना. So she went there. कम कमाते हमारे पैसे वापस दीजिए. दुकानदार ने क्या बोला? बोला है महिला को बोर्ड को ध्यान से पढ़ो. क्या लिखा हुआ है? पढ़ने पे नहीं कहेंगे साड़ियों का रंग जाएगा नहीं. आदमी नहीं उसमें. This is called as marketing. This is called marketing, emotional marketing. we should teach in our marketing principle quarter how you take out the money from somebody else's pocket into your pocket.
Next.
Okay, now look at beautiful और हिंदी मूवी का स्लोगन मैंने क्या किया. Look at our partner. क्या मैंने क्या किया. निशान कोड मेरे सर पे कोड मारा. Afghanistan new minister. Fancy dress competition winner. Look at the beautiful word of Bihari. दिन दहाड़े इंग्रेजी बोलना सीखिए. दिन दहाड़े. That's what they call it. दिन दहाड़े इंग्लिश बोलना सीखिए. जोर से बोल रहा है ना. दिन दहाड़े तो इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं डेकॉइटी. आपको मारूंगा जॉनी तेरे घर में तेरे को मारूंगा टाइम भी तेरा होगा सब कुछ तेरा सुपर का डाला है ना. You must be remembering those people who are of my age. Remember his dialogue ना. तो वही डायलॉग है कि जॉनी अंग्रेजी सीखना दिल खोल के सीखो. ऐसा देते हैं. Okay. Now look at business. Girls after buying 10 rupee and getting 20,000 rupee in return. राखी का धंधा. राखी का धंधा ना 10 रुपए का 2,000 का business. Last time, and not going more. We have 5. अभी देखिए हमारे 5 को नहीं. पहले 5 छोड़ना था मुश्किल. अब 2 हो गए हैं. पहला काम क्रोध लोभ माया अहंकार. हिंदी में बोलते हैं you should not be greedy, you should be not angry. These are all commandments we have. Now we have 10. Number 1, Facebook. Number 2, Instagram. Number 3, Twitter. Number 2, YouTube. और बाकी जो बचा है WhatsApp में वीडियो. Okay, so I stop here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was closing ceremony, but it was a nice presentation. Anyway, coming to the 2 day session seminar, the first day, I think went on the perfect scenario. The offline presentations are going to finish. So whoever want to present their papers online, today by the end of the day, we try to put you PPTs in the WhatsApp group. We'll chart out all the papers, all the PPTs, and we'll make a list. You will not want to manage what I we'll keep a list in the group. According to the list, you can come into the Google Meet and you can present your paper. Please inform your friends. So I thank our principal ma'am, I thank all the teachers, I thank all the professors, scientists, all the different locations to this college. So I especially thank all the participants in the audience also. Thank you very much. That's the end of session. Thank you, sir.
Are you going to stay here?
Yes, sir. PPT. These are lecture and previous lectures.